Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. I hope your Thursday is going well. It's downhill now to the weekend, isn't it? Yes! And we've got lots to look forward to here on Crafters TV as we head into the weekend. One thing I must give you a heads up about straight off the bat before I forget is that we have now started our double points event. Oh yeah, and it's not just on this show, it's not just on the live shows. As I understand it, it's right across the weekend, right across the web. So basically, have a good look online at our website, choose your goodies and know that you'll be getting double points right across all of the product ranges. It's a brilliant time to shop, and who knows, you might buy something this weekend, those double points might get you into the next bracket in Club Inspire, hence you'll be making even more savings than you're doing already. We're kickstarting right now with a masterclass, and for those of you who are brand new to us here on Crafters TV, this is where we are going to teach you loads of hints, techniques. There's going to be loads of demonstrations with a product range actually, which is pretty new to us. I think we only launched this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, 4th of January. It was our first day back after the Christmas break. If you are into your embossing and into your stenciling, it is a range that you are going to absolutely love. And the lovely lady who's going to be doing all of the demonstrations over the course of the next couple of hours is the lovely Debbie Fisher. Hello again.
Hello again. Hello you.
Hello you. This is a gorgeous range, isn't it?
It's amazing. I mean, I love embossing folders, but the fact that we can put a stencil with them, Ben, just means it opens up even more creativity for us. And we're going to talk through different ways of how we can chop them up, how we can use different inks on them, and all sorts of ways that we can use these beautiful embossing folders.
There you go. That is just a little sample of some of the things that you'll be able to make. They are absolutely gorgeous. And you know me, love a stencil. And I love the fact, like Debbie was saying, with this collection you're going to get stencils and embossing folders together. The deal is phenomenal. Now, as always, before we go through all of that, don't forget to get in touch with us. I would imagine that loads of you who bought this on the 4th of January may well already have this, and you may already be crafting along with it. If you have, we would love to hear from you over the course of the show. You can get in touch on Facebook, you can get in touch on YouTube as well. So get commenting there. If you've already got it, tell everybody else why you love this collection so much. If you're brand new as well, get in touch. We were chatting about this before the show. I reckon there's loads of people who watch currently who are too afraid to sort of pop their head up and say, hello, I'm watching, or I'm brand new, I've got a question. If you're one of those people today and you just want us to say hello to you here on Crafters TV, get in touch, Facebook and YouTube. If you're brand new and you've got a question that you want to ask, even if you think to yourself, well, it's a silly question, I don't know, ask it. Ask that question, because we are here for our more experienced crafters as well as for people who have just joined us today for the first time who know nothing. Ask a question, that's what we're here for. And the great thing about the Crafters Companion family is that if you ask a question, if we don't get around to answering it on the show, chances are one of our lovely crafty family will answer it on Facebook or YouTube. And if you are someone who's already got this collection, by the way, do send in pictures. We would love to see what you've been crafting with. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is our address. Send in your pictures and we'll show them to everybody else so we can inspire everyone with all of the makes that you have been doing. Let us show you the deal. I will quickly rattle through the boards, and then I know we've got some lovely finished samples that Debbie is going to show us. So these are the 3D folders and stencils, and it is an absolutely gorgeous collection. The deal on this is phenomenal, as I've said, and the brilliant thing about this, of course, which you didn't have when we launched it, is that you'll get double points on this too. So it's $44.99 for the 6-piece collection, or $58.27. You've got your discount off that if you're Club Inspire, and of course $35.99 or $46.62, and of course you're going to get double points on this as well. It's a gorgeous collection, and as Debbie was saying, you've got the ability here not only to get a really gorgeous 3D embossed with this, but also you've got the stencil to work with it as well. And as you're going to see over the course of this show, so many different ways to achieve so many different looks. These are gorgeous. Lovely Roses is your first one. You know, you talk about a set which is super versatile. Hey, and guess what's coming up very soon? Hey, what's coming up in a few days? 14, 15, 16, about 18 days. Valentine's. Oh yeah, perfect for that, absolutely. But you'll use your roses all year round. I better not forget, I tell you what, I keep going on about Valentine's Day, you can guarantee when it comes to it, I'll forget. Beautiful Lilies is next up, and again, absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at the gorgeous artwork you've got. The stencil, of course, giving you so much versatility, and these 3D folders as well. We'll talk more about the 3D-ness as we go, but that is your beautiful Lilies. Next up in this collection, Hummingbird. I would say that when we launched this particular set was the one which most people were talking about. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got some really good deals actually on some ink pads on the show for you, which will work beautifully, particularly with this Hummingbird stencil and 3D embossing folder. Absolutely gorgeous. You get a stencil effect, and then you've got that texture of the embossing there as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we love our birds, we love our butterflies as well. This is the floral butterfly. Again, so much detail, so many different ways to be able to use these. Yes, of course, if you want to use these individually, you can, but then using these with the emboss and then with that gorgeous stencil is the way to go. Next up in the collection, if I turn that round like that for you, is your delicate dandelions. With this, that's what you're doing it with these. Yeah. With this, again, you've got that gorgeous stencil and that 3D embossing folder, which is just gorgeous. And last but by no means least, your precious poppies. Again, so super versatile to craft with. Great for so many different projects, home decor pieces as well. This is lovely. $44.99, $58.27. Apparently, I'm sounding worse than usual. My mic is crackling a bit, so I'm going to go and get that sorted whilst the lovely Debbie takes you through some gorgeous finished samples.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's look at some of these samples. Now, what I love about the embossing folders is the 3D effect that you get on them, that textured surface where you run your hand over and it looks amazing. But then to colour these beautiful images over the top through that stencil actually makes you an artist you never knew you was. You would never be able to get this precision on your poppies all around, those colours, having those stencils. And I was just thinking about it, and our embossing folders, 3D embossing folders, tend to go for around sort of $7.99 price. So it's almost like you're getting the stencils for nothing. I mean, it really is incredible value, because you would normally do them separate. You would buy your embossing folders, you'd buy separate stencils, but to have them in one pack, not just one stencil, you're actually getting two. I love this one. This is very rustic, isn't it? Doing it on craft card, adding that pink into it, looks very lovely. And then maybe you just want to sand back your core stock there, using your metallic ink pads, doing it onto black card, creating a frame with them, looks amazing.
Oh,
I love these dandelion
gorgeous.
blocks. I mean, how gorgeous do they look? And you can use them with all elements you've got in your stash, like your edgeable dies. And then what about just putting it on to Centura Pearl? How luxurious
that is
that
amazing, isn't it?
It's really amazing, yeah. And using your inks gives them that really shiny effect through them. They're absolutely gorgeous. Or what about just decorating a notebook? I mean, just a cheap little notebook that you can buy in your shops, decorating the front page. I mean, that would make a beautiful gift, and just lovely designs. You can see I've got so many samples here to show you, but let's get showing you exactly what you can do with them. So I thought to start with, we'd use one of my favorites, which is the Hummingbird. It's a beautiful one, looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to bring in my first piece of card, and we're going to take out our folder and stencils. You're getting both in the same pack, so you're getting your 2 layers of your stencils, and then you're getting your overlay as well. So to start with, I've got my base card. I'm going to use my straw bowl, so I'm just going to bring that in and grab myself an ink applicator. I couldn't think what that was called.
Dauber.
A dauber.
Dauber.
Well, the daubers, see, I always think daubers as in, I had them in front of me.
Well,
it's because I've hidden them. In these.
The finger daubers.
Yeah, the finger daubers. Yeah. So I always think of finger daubers, which are really good for your stencils.
So you call that an ink applicator?
Ink applicator.
Sounds ever so posh when you say it like that, doesn't
Well,
it?
I am posh.
Well, I realise that, Deborah. That's why I said it. But we don't use, these aren't called daubers, these are ink applicators.
Ink applicators, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
By the way,
I like your accent like that, Ben. You sound very, very English.
Well, thank you so much. Maybe I should continue to speak like this. Well, actually, I normally talk like this when I go home to Buckinghamshire. This is how I normally speak, to be able to communicate with the other people who live in the locale where I do. But when I come up here, people cannot understand me. You see? So I have to sort of, talk a bit more.
bit
like
more
this.
common.
A bit more common. You said it.
Right, so with 3D embossing folders, Ben, there is a different platform that we need to put them through our Gemini.
Yes.
Just refer to if you've got a different die cutting machine to your Gemini, just refer to your user manual. But with this, we're going to need our magnetic shim, our plastic shim, and our top plate. So they're the only 3 we need, and we will sandwich our embossing folder and our card through there. Then I'm going to run it through the Gemini. Now for quickness, I've got my large Gemini out, but I'm using my Gemini Junior plate, so because it just makes it half the time. So letting that go through, and then we can look and see our embossing. So you can see we've got that beautiful embossed detail.
Yes.
I mean, that's stunning on its own, isn't it?
Awesome.
I mean, we have gorgeous embossing folders, which is lovely. Just gives us that base layer. I like to put a little colour on just for that base layer. That was the straw bow. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? Just like that.
Very subtle.
But we have stencils, Ben, so we wouldn't not use them. Now, the way I look at stencils is which one to use first.
Yeah.
So if you're not sure, always go with the one first with the largest amount of space. So I know that my bird here has the largest amount of space to this one.
Okay.
Turn it the right way. So I'm going to place this one down first. Now you could use a spray. We do a stick and stay, which stick and spray, I think the one we want is, which is the purple one. Yes, stick and can spray.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, I know HSN once did it before, so in America you might have it, but check HSN and you might be able to get it on there, but you can definitely get it in the UK. If you spray a little bit of that on the back, that will stick it to your work, but then you can take it away and it won't stick there, it won't be permanent. So I'm going to lay this on like here. I'm then going to take my crushed velvet, my grasshopper and my lemon tonic. I'm just going to grab myself some ink applicators. Actually, I think what I might do, Ben, I'm going to use my yellow because I've already got it on that one, and I'm going to bring in my daubers.
Okay.
Daubers sounds much more common, does it?
Ooh, bring in
me daubers.
We have got a good deal on the daubers. By the way, can I just ask too, whilst we're just chatting about the things, the way that you call things in craft, do you have any funny names for things in craft? I'm not saying that Debbie's ink applicators is funny, but do you have something which is called, like for example, the blending sponges I call the egg sponges. Do you have anything that you have in your crafty life that you call a different name? I'd be interested to know. Facebook and YouTube. So the daubers, the finger daubers, I've got them back just for you on this deal. This is my price, the $19.50 $26 price. This is my price. You don't often, I don't think you see this price at all actually, unless I'm on. This is the one I fight for. This is the one I go knocking down the boss's door and go, oi, you know those finger daubers, $19.50. Stop trying to put them back up to the normal price of $24.99. I don't want to talk about that. $32.99. $19.50. These are only going on my show. They're $19.50, mate. So that's why you've got them at that deal today, because I went and, oi, $19.50, $26, mate. All right. So that's the deal on these. Super handy because you get, I think there's 40. There is in fact 40. And you get the storage case as well. So you would use these, Debbie, when, as opposed to using your ink applicator? So
these are great for your for your smaller work. So when you want to get into those little crevices, because you have some sort of small detail on here, like for instance the beak. So going down the beak, although I'm not going to do the beak, you can just use them on the side, so you don't have to get it onto that next piece of project that you want to do.
Right.
So they're really handy for that. So the same, I'm going to switch out now. So I've done my bird, and then I'm going to use my green to do the leaves. So bring in that one. I mean, Sarah's very clever with these because she actually uses them like a few at once on all different fingers.
No way.
Yeah, she does. So like,
well,
if
I play the piano.
Yeah, so she'll put another one on here, so she'll have two at a time, and then she'll go, and I'm like, how does she do that? She's so quick. So let's try. I've never tried it myself, but
here we go.
I thought it was very clever.
When's the best time to try something you've never done? On live TV, obviously, with millions of people watching. And
what'll happen with me is I'll put it in the wrong one, won't I? So let's go in the green one to start with. But I thought, God, that's really time saving, isn't it? Being
Absolutely.
able to use them. Our Sarah's a clever lady.
I'll be more than impressed if you have one on each finger and your thumb, and that would be very impressive. But this is good.
Yeah, I haven't got another colour. If I had the purple, we could have tried it, couldn't we? But
yeah.
I don't know if I'm that confident to put 3 on my fingers. But I do love the fact that Sarah was doing that.
Well, you're making it look very easy. But to say a few hellos, lots of people already getting in touch. Good morning from beautiful Colorado, says Evelyn. Laura's in from Arkansas. We've got a name that I can't pronounce. I mean, that is we've got someone from Germany watching. Betsy's in from Houston, Texas. I have this collection and can't wait for the demos. Betsy, if you've got it and you've already started making, maybe you're crafting along with us, send your pictures in. It doesn't even have to be a finished project. Let us know that you've got it out of the packaging and you're crafting away with us. Diana's saying, I have these embossing folders and stencils, received them yesterday. Diana, have you used them yet? Have you got them out of the packaging? Which is your favourite? Let us know. Good morning from Venice. Venice, Florida. Dan, is that Venice? No, Venice Beach is California, isn't it? Venice, Florida? I don't know. Venice, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Sonal is in and Vicky is here. Have this collection but need some help with how to colour with the inks. Well, you're going to get that. And Patty just saying, just received these yesterday. Nice to know that so many of you have them already. So where are we up to now? Have you just put on the next stencil?
Yeah, so I've just put on the next one. So you can see, look how amazing that looks, Ben. Just being able to put that extra colour into there looks incredible. But look when we put our next layer on. So I'm going to put on my darker one. So I'm using my plum jam and we're going to use that. In fact, let's, what do we need? Another green, we need our darker green.
Okay.
And what's the other one? Lemon tonic, not lemon tonic, honey pot.
Honey pot.
So we'll do honey pot and the plum jam. Have I got that right? Yes.
Don't get your fingers confused. It's like that old, what was that advert with let your fingers do the walking?
Oh, Yellow Pages, that was. Oh my goodness, you're going back a long way there. Proper showing your age there, Ben. And mine.
Yeah, cool, blimey.
Yeah,
Let
Yellow
your fingers do
Pages,
the walking. That was around the same. Was that the same with the Matey Boy used the? Yeah, it was Yellow Pages, wasn't it? To stand on it and get the book off the bookshelf. God,
yes.
Yellow Pages. Imagine that back in the day when you had to
They still do the Yellow Pages. They probably don't, do they?
You have no need for it, would you, really?
No, because you can find it all online now, can't you?
Yeah. That's when I heard an advert on the radio coming up this morning, actually, about, ring this number if you need such and such. And then it said at the end of it, calls will cost £1 per minute, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, well, who rings those numbers? Those numbers now to find a phone number? You just go online, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I would have thought so.
Yeah. We'll get your Yellow Pages
I would have
out.
thought so.
So
now going in with that honey pot, just to highlight that flower now. And this is what I like about the daubers, that you can just dab on so you don't, because this bit could move a bit off of there. So nice to put them on there. The daubers, I would grab them while you can because they're not always in stock. They go so quickly. I had them on Create and Craft the other week and they literally sold out in the show. So yeah, if you do want any of these daubers, then they are a must-have for your
especially
stash.
at the Mosby price, £19.50 or $26. You don't see them at that price every day.
And there we go. Look how beautiful this is coming together. I mean, to be able to do this with just an embossing folder and a stencil bin is quite incredible. So what I am now going to do is we're going to bring in our card. Now, what I've done here, I've created a background card. Let me just pop my lids on so I don't put my hands in the stencils. I've then took my topper and I've cut it. So this is quite a nice, unique way of just doing something a little bit different. So let me just pop all my bits in the right place. So I've cut it down and then just trimmed into it, and then I've matted and layered some gold and black cardstock on there so you can see it, and I've used one of my swash stamps at the bottom which just lends itself perfectly to the bottom there, and I'm just going to pop these into place. So I'll bring my tape pen and just glue onto the backs.
So what colours did you use again there? So you had the lemon tonic.
Yeah, lemon tonic, plum jam, the crushed velvet. So the straw bow was to do the base card with.
Right.
So straw bow and then the crushed velvet and lemon tonic, and then honey pot and grasshopper green.
We've got, we'll show you the deal on the quick drying pads in just a few moments time, but we've got a few of those colours available for you. But the point is with this, I think hopefully that you're seeing, if you're seeing this collection for the first time, what you can create, quite simply, just with a few of your ink pads with this collection. This is something that, if you've never crafted before, you can achieve really, really quickly. I love this idea of cutting it up into four.
Well, it then looks like almost a stained glass window.
Yeah.
So yes, I could have just put this on the front of my card, but actually it just gives a really different variation. If I turn this round, you'll be able to see how beautiful, and just the difference in one card that you can do using those embossing folders.
That is just brilliant, isn't it? I mean, seriously, if you tuned in to see some great demos, because Masterclass would be great demos, you've got one there straight away. And that does remind me, actually, during this show, we will be giving away one of Debbie's cards to anyone who comments. So, as I say, this is a great show to comment for the first time. Let us know that you're watching. If you're brand new to us, maybe you only just found us this year or in the last week, let us know that you're watching. Love to hear from you. And actually, if you've got any questions as well, always good to ask those during the Masterclass. We will be giving one of the cards away to one of our commenters or questions over the course of the next couple of hours. And also, don't forget, it starts all over again. Yes, we need you to vote for your demo of the show. The demo with the most votes will be popped onto our Crafty Walk of Fame at the end of the show. And one of those cards will be crowned the card of the week on Sunday. And we will have our Crafter of the Week. Leanne is the current champion, apparently. So far, who've we had? We've had Debbie won, didn't we? And then we had Fiona, and Leanne is the current reigning champion. So yeah, get voting for your favourite during the show. Right. We'll talk about these ink pads. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait there. I've got a question at the back of the class. Yes. Fisher?
I just wanted to show, just before I clean this, because I do it all the time, and I just want to show you a little tip on how to clean your stencils.
Yes.
So yeah, we like top tips. It's a masterclass, obviously,
That's
so we
right.
need top tips. So I've just got a wet piece of tissue, or you could use a wipe or whatever you've got. If you use some watercolour cardstock and then use your, to clean your stencil, and then just wipe this down, what happens is it goes through and you get the beauty. So we've got a clean stencil, and then if I put this one on the top like this, and then again put this down and pull it across.
That's brilliant.
We get this beautiful watercolour image that you can just let dry, cut out. You've got another carpet there.
Why have... Well,
I don't know,
I say the
these are
collective
clean.
we here, but why have we never... Why have I never seen that before? Why have I never seen that?
I always forget, so that's why I put my hand up, because I thought I really want to show that this time, because that's how I do it all the time, and then I cut that out and use it for another project. So,
Are you kidding me?
It's just a really clever way of cleaning them and actually having not wasted any ink whatsoever.
I tell you what, stop the show. Let's jack it in. That was the demo of the show. We'll see you at Cartload, 4 o'clock. What's that? Oh, we're carrying on. Oh, we are. Honestly, that's brilliant.
Yeah, there you go. So don't waste your ink.
Did you just... That's what we're here for, you see. That's what these masterclasses are all about. Apparently, Facebook, YouTube, just going absolutely off the chart with comments about that. Just brilliant. That's what we're here for, though. Those kind of hints and tips. I normally kind of can second guess what's coming up on these shows, but I did not see that one coming. That was brilliant. I love it. Lots of lovely comments coming in, by the way. Must just say a quick few hellos before we have a look at the inks that we got on the show. Vicky just saying on YouTube, I have this collection. But need some help with how to colour with the inks. As I say, we're going to look at that over the course of the show. Mary saying, good morning, looking forward to demos on these stencils. Yes, lots more to come. Joe's in from South Dakota. Carol, another one who's just received these yesterday. Carol saying, I'm looking forward to using them. Rose saying, I love, talk about accents. Rose on YouTube says, I love all the different accents in the UK. I know we've got quite a few in the US, but yours just seem so much more interesting. I think that's the same our way round as well. I love listening to all the different accents that you have in the US. We've got a few here actually. Maybe we'll do a few more as we head through the show. But let's crack on with business because if you're going to get this wonderful collection with the 3D folders and the stencils, you're going to want to go for some ink pads as well. And I think we're going to be seeing all the different ink pads that we've got over the course of this show. So we've got a selection for you here of the quick dry ink pads. Do exactly what they say on the tin and actually love the colours that we've got with this particular collection. So all 6 you're going to get here. The colours that you're going to get in this collection are your lemon tonic, you've got your crushed velvet, you've got your grasshopper, your honey pot, your fuchsia and your pink tulip as well. So if you're wanting to be able to recreate the colours that you saw Debbie use on that last demonstration, then you've got those all included within this particular collection. And again, actually, for $23.95 or $33.36, you have got a really, really nice collection of colours here. You're going to get these 6. If I go... Okay, Okay, so these 6. That's it. Those are your quick dries in those colours again. So those colours are lemon tonic, crushed velvet, grasshopper, honey pot, fuchsia, and pink tulip. I'd like to think that the most popular colours are within that bundle. The colours that you see most of our crafters use time and time again are within that bundle. $23.95, $33.36, and of course, don't forget double points with those 2. Now, those are your quick dry ink pads. We've also got on the show a selection of your water reactive ink pads. Once again, clues in the name here. So these, you can do all of those sort of watercolor techniques with lots of different things that you can do with your water reactive ink pads. This particular collection brings you your straw bale, you've got your plum jam, your crushed velvet, your spring meadow, spar blue, and your jet black. So those 6 colours included in the water reactives, which, as I say, we will see during this show. If you want kind of like a full run through on all of the different ink pads that we do, Colour Me Happy week before last, it was kind of like an ink pad 101. It really was everything that you needed on that. So 2 weeks ago on Friday with Leanne. But as I say, you can search back on YouTube and on Facebook for all of these videos for more hints and tips, for more demonstrations, and for more guidance with things as well if you are brand new to us here at Crafters TV. $23.95 or $33.36, you're saving 20%. Take your 20% off that if you're platinum, and it's double points. Yes, everything on this show, on Cartload later on, Craft Vault later on, included all over the website up until end of play on Sunday. So do not miss out on double points. Get those deals. Keep the messages coming in. As I say, don't forget, one lucky winner will win one of Debbie's cards, and we need your votes for the best card of the show. I know we've only seen one so far, but I tell you what, that is already right up there. You've got a hard job to beat that one, Debbie. I tell you what, you set the bar high. Normally, I would think, you sort of start off with like a mediocre one, but you've gone top draw straight away.
Yeah, we just thought, let's hit it hard.
Let's do it.
And hopefully they'll all impress. We've got a brilliant show lined up. So I'm next switching to the butterfly one. One of my favourites. Absolutely love this one. And I'm going to show 2 different things different techniques that we can do with this. So I'm going to use my folder to start with, and then I've just got a piece of white card.
Yeah.
When you're feeling to see which way you want the card around, not that it matters because I'm using white card, but if you are using a different colour card, the one that's raised and all bumpy, you want on the base, and this one is quite flat because it's all pushed down. So we're going to put where the bumpy side is, our card on the top, and then we're just going to run that through our machine.
Just whilst you run that through, and so I don't forget, someone has just asked, it was... Oh no, who was it? Well, someone was basically asking, the little thing you did when you wiped all of the ink off, what did you use to wipe the ink off?
Just a piece of damp tissue.
Oh, fine.
But you can use a wet wipe if you use wet wipes, and there's biodegradable wet wipes now, so they're not so harmful, or just a piece of kitchen towel and tissue to wipe it off with.
Lovely.
Nothing fancy. Yeah,
cool.
Nothing fancy at all. So our platform again is our plastic shim, our magnetic, our embossing folder and card, and then our top plate, and we're going to send that through. So running that through the machine, that's going to put that really deep embossing into it because it's a 3D folder. Now, if you've ever wondered what a 3D folder is compared to a 2D folder, it just means it's more sculptured.
Yeah.
So where a 2D folder would go up, across and down, a 3D folder has many different levels and it's more sculptured in that effect. So it's a really, really nice one to do. But even in white card, I mean, look at the level of embossing that we've got in there. Absolutely beautiful. But then we've got our stencils. So this time what I'm going to do is, again, when you've got your 2 stencils, the biggest amount of space is the one you put down first, so we're going to be using this one. But this time I'm going to switch my inks for different inks. So you'll see that there's a difference in what we do. So I'm going to bring in these inks, and I've got a lemon tonic, but you'll see I've got it in a pigment ink to start with, and then I'm using my quick drying inks. So all will become clear. So to start with, I'm going to use my lemon tonic, and we're just going to go into this and put onto those beautiful butterfly wings. Just making sure I've got this level with the rest of my... You could take down the sides actually as well, Ben, so if people weren't too steady with their hands, they could always take that down.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this lemon tonic. How amazing is that?
Sumptuous, isn't it? I can understand why people come back, or say people, crafters come back to this colour time and time again. It is just lush, isn't it?
It's so lush. Yeah, I love that word too, lush.
Lush, proper
it's definitely
Devonshire
a lush
word, that
colour.
Gert lush.
So that's our yellow tonic.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to switch out. So for my flowers, I've got my pink tulip, another lemon tonic, but it is my quick drying.
So why are you using the different inks here then?
We'll become
sorry.
familiar.
Oh, sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself,
sorry.
Ben.
All right. Mosby.
Well, I mean, you could sort of take a guess, which I'm sure many people are doing. To use quick drying, it means that, I'm just trying to find an ink pad. Let me just switch out. I don't want to use a clean one when there's already a pink one in there. To use quick drying means the ink will dry really quick. Pigment ink pad, it doesn't, it stays wet.
Yes.
So we're going to do a little bit of magic on our butterfly.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do to start with is just find where our flower is. So I'm going to take our quick dry, and this is the pink tulip, and just run that over there.
I feel like I've been told off now.
Oh, I wasn't telling you off, Ben, never. I like that you ask questions.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so ask away.
I haven't got any more for the minute, Debbie. No, just carry. You just crack on.
I just threw you, didn't I? With my patience, Ben.
Patience. We've got 3 days together, Debbie, for goodness sake.
I know. In fact, I feel really honoured, not only to be with you for 3 days, obviously, but just that we've got the shows with all the best offers, the double points and everything. I mean, that's pretty good going, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you know, when you're working with the Moes, that's what happens. Moes, that's what they call me. Well, that's what I call myself. But, no, we have to, in all seriousness, the Moes, listen to me. We have got some really good shows coming up this it's not really the weekend, is it? This week, the end of the week into the weekend. Yeah, we've got some really good ones. And it's all double points as well. It's all double points. It's a perfect time to shop. Perfect time to shop. Yeah, we've got, well, that's not one of our shows actually, mine and Debbie's. We've got Hunky Dory launch date tomorrow, but I think I've got Krieg for that. We've got Colour Me Happy, haven't we?
Colour Me Happy.
Colour Me Happy.
Colour Me Happy.
And what's it called? Craft House as well, with Sharon Callis.
Oh yes, I've got Sharon Callis. Yeah, I'm quite excited. I do love working with Sharon Callis' stuff. And in fact, it's the first time, Ben, I'll be working with some other stuff apart from the flowers and blooms, or butterflies and blooms. So I've got a really good show with those.
Brilliant.
So for the butterfly, I'm now switching to my pigment, but I'm using the fuchsia, and we're going to just dab this on top of that already gorgeous yellow.
Right.
Now this is what I love about the pigment ink pads, is because you can layer these up and they look amazing. And you're still getting that real vibrancy of colour, but also it stays wet. So that's our first bit there. Then I'm going to just line that up, and we're going to do our other pieces. So just take in the, what do I need now, the honey pot.
So now you've obviously already got your lemon tonic down there, and you just put the pink on top. Are you not then worried, the fact that it doesn't dry quickly, you're not worried then about like contaminating your strips on your daubers with all the different colours? No,
not at all. I mean, the great thing with the ink applicators is...
I'm never going to forget that one now. Yes.
The ink applicators, you just take them off and you change them. So you just buy the refills. So you never contaminate, so they're brilliant.
And was it you that was telling me that you can wash those as well, can't you?
Oh yeah, just give them a warm soapy water.
Yeah. Someone told me they stick them in the washing machine, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. I think you might have to put them in a little bag or something.
Like a little bag, or inside a sock.
Or a sock, that's a good idea,
maybe,
yes.
You know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But don't put them inside the sock that goes missing though.
No, not in that one.
Jan does what, Johnny? Oh, yes. She puts them, Jan, that was who was saying it, she puts them in the little washing powder bags that you can get. then put them in the washing machine. Oh, are you kidding me, Debbie?
I know, how beautiful does that look? But Ben, come on, we're going to make it even more beautiful. So I'm just going to make sure I put all my ink pads.
Look at that. Sorry to interrupt you, but look at the detail and the butterfly's wings that you've got off that. That's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, isn't it? These are real bold statement pieces. But what I have got is a little pot of glitter embossing powder.
Right.
So it means that I can put it onto my wings, and this will be the only thing that shines because we've got quick drying on all the rest. So it's not going to go over where I don't want it to. Just going to make sure it's covering all of that, and then pop that in there.
I can't wait to see this. When you said you were levelling up with this one, I mean, the third card that you make, I'm not sure what you're going to do to beat this one. Seriously, these are amazing.
It's amazing what we can do with them, and honestly, your imagination will just it will just go fire on these because there's so much you can do with them. So all we're going to do is heat emboss this because we've used that wetting. So don't be frightened of using your different ink pads together. But look at this, as it turns, we've got this beautiful enamelled butterfly that he's got the most opulent glitter in his wings. So we thought it couldn't get any better, and then we just create a beautiful topper for our card.
Coming to life before your very eyes. Like you said, just when you didn't think you'd get any better, take a look at this. This is amazing.
And it doesn't take long to heat emboss that at all, but look how beautiful that now looks. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just the fact that we can get ink pads like this look absolutely incredible. So I've just used some pretty papers out of my stash. What I've also done is, on this bit here, I'm going to bring in the one I did. So once it dries, we've got this one. I've just highlighted with my yellow the little rays of sunshine there coming through. And we're just going to stick this to the front of our card. Let me find my pen. Where did we put it? This one will do. Oh, it's right in front of me, always the way. So we're just going to stick this one on the front. So we've left this one as full, but what we are going to do is we're going to slightly put it at a jaunty angle. Just to give it a little bit of difference. We're going to pop a bow on, and then we've just got a little hello to pop on there. So pop that on the side. I've got a little hello out of one of Sarah's signature collections. I do love a card that says hello. Isn't it weird? I think that's a really nice thing to put on there and just hello.
What, just sending the card just to say hello?
Yeah, just to say hello.
Yeah.
I just love that sentiment. I think it looks really nice. It's like, hello you.
Hello.
But there you go. So, yeah.
But you make a great point, actually, and particularly during this time. I know we've talked about it a lot, but you know, during this time, isn't it nice just to be able to send a card to somebody just to say hello? You know, someone who's maybe struggling with their lockdown or whatever it might be. That arriving on their doorstep, you know, hello, it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. Quick couple of questions then, if I can, before I move on. So, Left-Handed Crafter on YouTube, it says, will the quick dry inks work best with alcohol markers for stamped images?
Stamped images, they will be amazing for, because you'll get the most amazing stamped image, and as soon as you go to touch it, it will be dry, instantly dry, which is amazing. And what was the other things? The stamped images and
will the quick dry inks work best with alcohol markers for stamped images? So
oh yeah, absolutely, be perfect. Yeah,
and Anne on Facebook says, if you're using the water reactive ink pads, do you need to work on the watercolour card?
Not necessarily. That's a really good question. So if you was using water with them to paint or to create a background, then yes, I would recommend watercolour card. But if you're just using them as ink pads, water reactive means that they will react to water, which means you can do different variations and techniques with them. So if you create a background with them, you could sprinkle water on them and do the faux bleaching technique, so that sort of thing. But as long as you're using our white stamping card, you can't go wrong, to be honest, because it's really great card even to use water techniques.
Brilliant. Thank you, Debbie, so much. Just to say, by the way, there's loads of lovely comments coming in, and if that little tip that you showed us a few moments ago with the stencil and the wipes, if there was an audience in here, you'd have got a standing ovation, and probably I reckon they'd still be doing a Mexican wave, because the level of love for that is just amazing. So thank you for showing us that. Lots of love for the daubers as well. Elizabeth saying on YouTube, used the daubers for the first time last night. They are brilliant. Wanda just saying, you know what, this is why I love these shows. Always brilliant tips and tricks. Thank you, Debbie. Diane on YouTube saying, my eyes keep drawing me to the Dandelion stencil. Yeah, that's in this particular bundle. We'll recap on all of that for you. And Crafting Joe on YouTube just says, I love this product. I bought 2 folders and then had to buy the rest. Couldn't resist. So if you haven't bought it yet, go for the whole collection. You will love it. That's Crafting Joe. That's not me. That's Crafting Joe. And do you know what? It's a point that I think Sarah always puts across. You're right. Oh, hang on.
I was just showing that I'd done the same technique with cleaning them. Just done another one.
Oh, here we go. We'll have a look. There you go. There it is again. Look. That's brilliant.
I know, it's amazing. And that's just by cleaning it with a wet cloth. Yep. I just wanted to show that again.
Never seen that tip or demonstration before. Now I've seen it twice in 15 minutes. It's great though, isn't it? I'm going to expect that from everybody now on the shows to come. If our other crafters don't show us, I will be disappointed. But no, Crafting Joe was basically saying she bought a couple and then she ended up buying the whole bundle. And it's like Sarah says, you know, with a lot of the collections, a lot of people, they are on a multi-buy, 2 for $16 or 2 for $20. But the point is, if the budget stretches, and remember it's $44.99 or $58.27, if budget stretches, go for it, because chances are if you buy a couple, you will then come back and want the rest, and obviously that's going to cost you more money to do it that way. So I would go for it if I were you. Don't listen to me, listen to Crafting Joe, because Crafting Joe said so. And here's the other thing, you're getting double points at the minute as well, so even more reasons to buy. You've seen the simplicity of these. If you're new to us, then you were looking at this and going, well, I can't do that. That's impossible. You've seen the simplicity of using your 3D embossing folder, using the stencils to create something like this with all of the different ink pads that we've got available for you as well. You know, getting a card front like this, making a piece of artwork like this is really, really super achievable, and that is the point. Your lovely roses are included. These beautiful lilies, once again, that gorgeous 3D embossing folder, and then those 2 stencils. You know, use them individually should you want to, but you can see as a perfect pair, then you really do get that gorgeous finished project. And of course, the texture on this is amazing. This is kind of where we wish we had sort of touch vision, where you could reach out and feel the texture that you get. That would be a bit weird though, wouldn't it? But you know what I'm trying to say. This is, I think, my favourite still, the Hummingbird. The first demo of Debbie's just a few moments ago, absolutely bringing it out to the fore once again. So simple in the combination of the 2 stencils with your 3D embossing folder to achieve these gorgeous images. Again, if budget stretches, definitely go for your inks to go for these as well, because you're getting all of those gorgeous colours to recreate the demos. This is that floral butterfly. Again, I mean, how amazing was that last demo? Just when you thought the Hummingbird couldn't be beaten, that butterfly is just gorgeous. 2 stencils and that embossing folder to create this gorgeous image. This is the one which Diane was just talking about a few moments ago. Let's get it the right way up. These are the gorgeous, delicate dandelions. Again, 1 embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, and those 2 gorgeous stencils to achieve. Even with something like this, you know, just simple using a couple of colours really does stand out. And then you've also got included in this collection your precious poppies. Once again, a gorgeous set which is going to allow you to create some lovely images, home decor pieces as well. I mean, how nice would that look, just framing up on the wall? I absolutely love this collection. This is the best way to go for them, $44.99 or $58.27. You can go for the multi-buy as well, 2 for $16 or 2 for $22. But don't miss out on this deal. We have got a few people sort of saying, oh, I don't know, shall I go for more? Would you go for them all? Would you go for them all now?
Oh, I would. Well, I'm a collection girl. You just have to have them all. Yeah, absolutely. And they all are beautiful colours. You'll find something to colour on with. They work perfectly with these embossing folders. Amazing.
Well, there you go. Debbie said it. Crafting Joe said it. So do not miss out. We've got plenty more to come. By the way, keep those comments coming in. Any questions that you want to ask us as well, you can do. And your favourite demo. Which is your favourite demo so far? Is it the butterfly? Is it the hummingbird? Let us know. Now, we've got some gorgeous paper pads on the show for you as well. Different bundles, these. So we've got your brights here. These are fairly new in, I want to say. Absolutely gorgeous. The colours are just phenomenal. You're going to get 12 by 12 sheets, 230 GSM, and you get all of these wonderful, wonderful colours. 36 sheets within this collection. Now, this one you're paying full price for. However, within the bundle, we're then going to give you your sunflower tones, which is coming to you for half price. So again, take a look at all of this gorgeous cardstock, wonderful colours, going to work absolutely perfectly, I would have thought, with your embossing folders. Just nice, bright, cheery colours as we head towards spring and we look forward to the summer. You've got some wonderful colours within this collection, and as I say, that one is at half price. The palette of colours you're going to get right there for $29.98 or $37.42. 72 sheets of your bright and warm. And then you've also got your pastels and your sunflower collection as well. So perhaps if you want a bit more of a muted kind of tone, you've got that with the pastels. But again, absolutely gorgeous, double-sided, 36 sheets. I mean, look at that, the gorgeous lilacs and purples and violets and pinks and oranges and yellows. Just absolutely wonderful. You're also going to get within this collection your warm tones. This, again, is half price and always popular, actually. This one launched, I think, the back end of last year. I lose track of time, but this is, again, is always a popular one to go for. You've got all of your gorgeous pinks and reds in this particular collection. That one, as I say, 230 GSM, 36 sheets once again, so that's 72 sheets in total for $29.98 or $37.42. Double points on that one as well, don't forget. Right. We are going to go back and have a look at a few more of these stencils and embossing folders. Loads of love coming in. Betsy just saying, Debbie, you are amazing with your demos. The show has just started. We say it feels like it's just started. We're nearly halfway through. Tonya saying, I see now why you need multiple ink pads. And Kay on Facebook just saying, I was amazed at how fast these card fronts are done. I have 7 done, just need to mat and layer them and stamp the inside. That is the other thing to chat about, isn't it, actually? The fact that you can create some amazing cards in next to no time. Really, really quick crafting, but top level crafting at the same time as well. Get your comments in on Facebook and YouTube, anything else you want to ask, and send in your pics as well. I believe we've got a few of those coming in, which we'll have a look at in just a little bit. But we are now going to have a look, I think, at the poppies.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to show you a few cards of the poppies. So it's probably one of my favourites. My daughter's called Poppy, so it always brings it home, always makes me think of her. But look how beautifully stunning this card is. Very understated, absolutely gorgeous. And another one here, I'm going to bring them all in. I've just got 3 cards I want to show you. Now, the question is, Ben, what do these all have in common?
They've all got poppies on them.
Yes, they do. What else?
You've used the 3D embossing folder and stencils with them.
What else?
They've all got frames.
They're all red.
Oh, well, that was, yeah. That was quite...
Oh, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but what my point is, you don't have to do poppies in just red.
Oh.
There's so many different colours that you can do them with.
Oh, so you're saying they're just red, as in like, oh, look, just red?
Yes, they're just red poppies. Although they're all beautiful, gorgeous cards, it's the first thing we think of when we do a poppy is a red poppy, very traditional. So I thought about doing just something just off the charts, and we'd do something totally different. So I'm going to bring in my poppy embossing folder. So the first thing we're going to do is... I
hate when I get asked the question and it's like the obvious answer, but you don't give the obvious answer.
I'm so sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. All I've done is a wash of colour of our Spa Blue just across it. It just gives that gentle background colour. Again, I want to check that the bottom layer is my bumpy layer, which I'm going to pop that across and then put that into our folder. Then we're going to run that through our die cutting machine with our platform plates, which is the plastic shim, the magnetic shim and the top cutting plate. So just refer to your own user manual of what your die cutting machine takes, although I'm sure by now most of you do have one of our Gemini machines. So we're going to bring this one in, and then we're going to bring in our 2 stencils. That gives us that beautiful background wash. I've got my 2 stencils. And we're going to use the one, again, with the most amount of space. So that's this one here. So first of all, we're going to take this. Now, I'm going to bring in my ocean and my green topaz. So 2 sort of completely different colours. Are either one of these, I bet neither one are in that bundle, are they?
I don't think They are.
Apologies for that. I was just using them because I thought, oh, it'd be nice just to use completely different colours.
We have got all the individuals on the web though, and they are all on double points, so you know, definitely worth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, double points across the whole website this weekend.
Of course.
Oh yes.
Of course, keep forgetting. Well, I don't. It's there, but I keep forgetting that it's everything, not just what we have on the show. So I'm going to use my ocean to start with. I'm just going to make sure we get plenty of ink on there. So we're going to do our poppies in this beautiful blue colour. So I'm just making sure that I've got that all correct where my lines are. They almost just sort of link in, but it's just once you get one bit, then it puts another side out. So it's just popping them in to place. There we go. And then I'm going to just take that blue through those flowers.
Did you call your poppy Poppy because you liked poppies beforehand, or was she called Poppy and then you liked poppies?
I did like poppies, but the reason I named her Poppy was because she was born on the 1st of November. So I just thought it'd be nice having a poppy in November.
That's really cute. That's a lovely name, Poppy.
Yeah, she loves it, which is really nice. She's always really loved her name.
I don't think it's a lovely name, but it's not a name I don't think you hear that often. It's like my daughter is Daisy.
Oh, that's nice. I have a goddaughter, Daisy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But again, I think it's a really lovely name, but it's not a name that you hear a lot, I don't think.
No, not at all.
It's quite nice. Any daisies and poppies that are watching today, by the way?
Daisies, poppies, lilies. And funny enough, my youngest daughter, I was going to call Lily, and it was the name I had right up until she was born. And then I thought, she doesn't look like a lily. She just didn't look like a lily. I was like, we can't name a lily. She doesn't look like one.
Isn't that funny, the amount of times you hear that? It's like, what does the lily look like then?
She's gutted because she said she would have loved to have been called Lily. And she looks like a lily now, which is strange. So
the funniest thing about my Daisy is we had two names for her. So she was sort of Daisy was the second name, and we'd always sort of preferred Grace. And I can't remember why, but at the last minute we decided to call her Daisy. And now she is. There's nothing graceful about my Daisy. Let's just put it that way. She's an absolute whirlwind of a kid. Like she's a bit of a. She's into everything. She's just so far from graceful that it just makes me laugh just to think we're going to call her Grace. Definitely a Daisy. Definitely a Daisy.
My Poppy was like that. I was talking about her the other day because she was always in the mud. She loved mud, and I was as well. I used to be a proper tomboy when I was little. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, we had baby photos at the weekend. But yeah, and Poppy used to always come in with snails crawling up her belly.
Yeah.
She just loved it. And all this slime would be like crawling up. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, when they're...
My two are completely different. So Daisy's the same. Like we had a bit of snow back home over the weekend. She's like pick up snow and just start eating it. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, I used to do that.
Oh, well, there you go. But
yeah,
and she'd get mud in her hands, all over her face.
That was me,
but my son, completely the opposite. If he gets the tiniest little bit of speck of dirt or whatever on his hands, the hand sanitizer's out, he's washing his hands, they're completely chalk and cheese.
Is that you, Ben?
What, being fussy about stuff? I don't know, really. I think I'm probably
I can't imagine that you like getting mucky.
Can you not?
No, not at all.
I used to play rugby, don't you know?
Oh.
Used to get that sounds a bit weird. Used to get mucky every weekend.
My son used to play rugby.
Oh dear.
Oh, the amount of times we sat out in the cold, rugby, football, cricket.
Oh yeah, still play that. But yeah, the rugby and the football, I'm feeling every year of my 41 years thanks to rugby. Look at that. Look at these.
That's gorgeous. It's looking lovely, isn't it? But totally different that you'd expect the poppies to be. So this time I'm going to bring in my next stencil. We're going to go over the top here, so finding that gap. But this time I'm going to bring in quite a dark colour. I'm bringing in that midnight. So we're going to put that really dark blue over the top there.
What type of poppies are these?
Blue ones, Ben.
I think you'll find actually, Debbie. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you for this. I think you'll find that these are Himalayan poppies.
Himalayan poppies. I did know that. I was being facetious. I'm very sorry.
They come in the most amazing blue. I'm not really that up on my flowers. And so when I see poppies, I just automatically think red. I didn't realise.
Red poppies, yeah, and that was my point earlier. Most people do, but the Himalayan poppies are blue and they're beautiful. So I thought it'd be really nice to have just.
So what other colour poppies can you get then?
Actually, I don't know, but I think you can get a variation of different poppies.
Can you?
Yeah. Let us know if you know of any out there.
Yeah, any flower experts out there?
I'm sure we have. It's all education here, isn't it, Ben? That's what I love about Crafters
Tell you,
TV.
every day is a learning day for me here. I learn so much off you guys as far as craft is concerned, but also some of the stuff we end up chatting about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you missed earlier's craft fault, by the way, go back and watch that. If you've ever wondered what the difference between a macaron and a macaroon is, all questions will be answered in that show. I tell you what.
So we've created our beautiful image, but I have chopped into it again, Ben. I like this, chopping into the images. We think we just have to leave them flat, and we forget about all these gorgeous concepts that we have.
Yeah.
So I've got a piece of black card just for the, that was for something else. So I'm going to pop this over the top, and all I've used is some of our luxury ink pad, a luxury cardstock.
Oh, yes.
In the ice blue. And then I've just cut my panels down to measure over the top of them. So I'm going to bring in my tape pen so we can just tape this to the front of our cards. I mean, there's so many. I mean, Sarah's done so many tutorials on different variations of cards, concept cards that you can do. And this was just one of the side steppers. So it's got two little side steppers here. So it just creates something really different. I'm just in love at the moment with my stamps.
Swash stamps, yeah.
They are so incredibly amazing. We had them on the show the other day, and they really are. They just lend themselves to everything. So I'm just going to pop that along the bottom there. And then we've just got our side panels to finish.
That again, for me, would be great as a piece of home decor. Do you know what I mean? Just sort of something up like that. It's just gorgeous.
Do you know what? It's given me a thought. I remember years ago, Ben, I used to make coasters.
Oh yeah.
So I used to cut like a square piece of mount board.
Yeah.
And then stamp on top of it. You could do this with these and then coat them with our. We do a green varnish can and just put it over the top, and they look amazing.
So many great ideas, and I love as well, like you said, you know, the fact that you can separate these up. Particularly love what you did first of all with the Hummingbird, just sort of quartering the
yeah,
cardstock.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to beat the Hummingbird. Should I have left that till last?
Hey, Debbie, let the public decide. Is what I would say. I just think
might like a different one by the time the end comes.
We're only an hour in. We've already got 3 of the most top quality cards.
Three left to do. Mm-hmm.
You did 6, are you?
Yes, if we can fit them in.
I mean, honestly, do you know what? This is a masterclass to perfection, really, because you want to see a masterclass, loads of demos. Well, we're going to get 6 in. You want to see great demonstrations where you've already seen 3. You want brilliant hints and tips. I mean, go back to about 20 minutes into the show and you will see one of the best ones I think I've seen since I've been here. I'm putting it out there. I just love that with the stencil and the... You have to go back and see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to tell you again. Grab this collection because it is fantastic. There is a multi-buy there if you want it, but you know, you're telling me, well, yeah, I bought a couple of these and now I've bought a couple more. You're spending more money if you do it that way. Go for this collection and you get the lot for that price. And look at this down here. You go, hang on a minute, what's that? Double points. So if you're shopping with us on this show, indeed on the Cartload show, indeed across the weekend, indeed right across the website, you can get double points towards your Club Inspire. And if you're saying to me, well, hang on a minute, what's Club Inspire? Here is a video which will explain everything you need.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Brilliant, there you go. That is all the details you need about our club-inspired double points, as we said, right across this weekend. It's a great time. It's a great time to be watching us for the first time because you're getting a double point straight away, which is just brilliant. And as I said, if you are somebody who shops with us a lot, you will know that these double points really can make all of the difference. A few messages coming in. Deborah just saying, hello everyone, bit late joining, trying to find a home for all my CC goodies, but I'm a watching. Hi Deborah, lovely to have you with us. Wanda saying, I'm so glad I bought this set when it launched. Now I need time. Now I need to find time to play. It gets a little bit like that, doesn't it? It's particularly busy, particularly in lockdown here in the UK. If you've got kids as well, trying to do all of the homeschooling and stuff as well. Wow. Nadine Cook on Facebook again. So here we go. Not just me and Debbie saying go for the full collection. Nadine Cook on Facebook says go for all the folders. They are stunning. So that's at least a couple of people I've seen already saying, yeah, you've got to go for them. And lots of chat about the poppies as well. And saying, oh, hang on a minute, my tablet's refreshed. I didn't know poppies come in other colours, and neither did I. And Evelyn saying, Icelandic poppies are blue, and I have orange and yellow California poppies in my garden. Evelyn, send us some pictures. That'd be great if we could see some poppies in your garden. Orange and yellow poppies. Melissa saying on Facebook, poppies remind me of the Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz?
The field of poppies where they fell asleep.
Oh, along the
on the way to
yellow
see
brick
Oz.
road. Oh yeah, because they're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Really
is
is
a wizard of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was.
If ever a whiz there was,
the
the Wizard of Oz is one because.
Yep. Mary Hill on Facebook says Welsh poppies are yellow. This is brilliant, all this poppy knowledge. I feel like I learn from everybody when I'm here. I'm learning at home with the homeschooling, and I'm learning here as well. I tell you what, we're singing, we're having fun, and that's what it is all about, having fun. Also, great deals. So let's show you these. These are your... I'm getting the right way up, Ben. There we go. These are your 3D folders with your stencils. They're just so usable, and hopefully, as I said, if you're brand new to this, you're now seeing for yourself just how quickly and easily you are going to be making cards and projects with these. 3D embossing folder, as we've seen, you're going to get that really, really amazing emboss with the different kind of levels of emboss as well. Like Debbie was saying, sort of your 2D embossing folder, you kind of just got like sort of one level. This is kind of like sort of peaks and troughs within there as well, which makes it stand out even more. And then your 2 stencils to go over the top to create gorgeous roses. And of course, as we all know, you're seeing red roses here, but as we all know, roses don't necessarily have to be red. That's right, isn't it? Yep, good. Also, within this collection, I did know that, by the way, you've got your beautiful lilies once again, your 3D embossing folder, and then these 2 gorgeous stencils to go with it. It really is like ease of craft. You know, if you're getting a collection, your first collection, if you want to be able to do this, right? If you want to be able to create this and you've never crafted before, you'll do. There's no faffing around. There's no kind of like measurement or having to worry with. When you will do this, if you've never crafted before, you can achieve that. Getting these out of the packet straight away. This is what I'm talking about. It's quick craft, but look at that. Imagine if you did this for your first project. I mean, it just makes you look like you've been crafting for years and years and years and years. That's the gorgeous Hummingbird, still my absolute fave. Your floral butterfly, again, absolutely amazing. The standout detail that you get with this, the combination of the embossing folder and the stencils to achieve the detail in the wing there is just off the chart. You've then also got in this collection your beautiful, delicate dandelions. Again, lots of love for this one. I'm seeing lots of people chatting about this particular folder and stencils on the socials. And then you've also got, as we've just seen, the beautiful traditional red poppy there. But as we saw a few moments ago, you can use your different colours. If you want to create the traditional blue Himalayan poppy, you've got the ability to do that as well. So everyone knows about the blue Himalayan poppy. 44. I tried to sound intelligent there, but it just.
I thought you were David Attenborough then.
I thought that was David Attenborough. What we're doing? Yes, right. 44.99 or 58.27. Let's talk about the ink pad, shall we? Yes, because if you're going to be using your stencils and your embossing folders, and indeed some of the beautiful stamps that no doubt we've got double points on the website, you're going to want to go for some of these inks. So the quick dry ink pads, a 6-piece collection of what I think truly is the majority of the colours that you see being used here a lot of our crafters' favourite colours within this collection. So you have got within this your lemon tonic, always an absolute fave. You've got your crushed velvet, again, always an absolute fave. You've got your grasshopper in there, which we saw earlier on. Honey pot, that's always out. The fuchsia and the pink tulip. We've seen these already used on the show. So again, if you're wanting to recreate specifically, we saw those on the first demo with the Hummingbird. This is the set to go for, along with your stencils and your 3D embossing folders if you want to be able to recreate that earlier demo. Great deal again, $23.95 or $33.36, already 20% saving, a further 20% if you're a Platinum member, double points on that too. Now, as I've also mentioned, we've also got on the show your water reactive inks as well. Again, lots of different deals on these. If the particular colours that you want aren't within this particular collection, again, you can look on the website and go for the individuals. There will be double points on those too. Your water reactives come in colours straw bale, your plum jam, you've got your crushed velvet, your spring meadow, your spa blue, and then your jet black. So those are the 6 colours included there with your water reactives. Again, so many different things that you can use those for. But for $23.95 or $33.36 and double points, that again is a lovely deal to go for. Right, let's have a look at what you've been up to, because it's nice that you've been sending in a few pictures. So let's have a look at the projects you've been working on and see who is watching today. Here we go, come on, talk about setting the bar high. This is gorgeous from Jodie, isn't it, Debbie?
It's so pretty. So you've probably used metallic ink pads on there or metallic markers on black card. It's incredible, Jodie. I love that, really nice. Oh, and it's personalised as well.
Happy birthday.
I bet Cheryl loved that.
Oh, I thought you said share.
Oh yeah, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
I think there are left fold alphabets.
Oh yes, the left folds. It is, isn't it? That's lovely. I love that effect.
Beautiful.
And then lovely Pam, who I met on Craft House just a few weeks ago with the poppies from this. No, it's not, is it?
It does look like the poppies, but I think that's a different one. That poppy one, yeah, different stencils, but the stencils look gorgeous.
Yeah. Love the butterflies on there as well. Almost like it's like a blackboard effect, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think again, metallic markers or metallic ink pads have been used. Looks beautiful. Well done, Pam.
Thank you, Pam, and thank you, Jodie, for sending in your pics. Great, isn't it, that you can send in your pictures and we can share them with the thousands of people that are currently watching us right across the world. Do send in those pictures, any more comments as well. And as I said, if you are watching for the first time, let us know. Stick your hand up and go, hello, I'm watching from wherever it might be. Let us know what you want to know about. Let us know if you've got any questions, particularly about all of the goodies that we've got on this show. Right, let us go back to the 3D embossing folders and stencils. So we've seen the Hummingbird, we've seen the poppies, we've seen the butterfly. Next up, is it going to be the roses, is it? Roses.
Ben, you need those glasses.
Well, that was seamless, that wasn't it? We're going to now go over to the other side of the studio, and Debbie's going to demonstrate with The roses.
The roses. We're going to hopefully get every single one of the folders in.
Oh, amazing.
So if you've got the whole collection, you'll be able to follow me. You can always watch back and at least you know how to do one card with each of those ones. But yes, still keep sending in those pictures because we love to see what you're creating with them. And you never know, we might be pinching one of them ideas for one of our next shows that we do.
Oh, yes.
So I'm popping my white card into my platform here. So again, I know I keep recapping, but just in case anyone's joined us, it's the plastic shim, the magnetic mat and your top plate sandwiched between your folder and your card. And we're just going to run that through the Gemini. I'm using my small Gemini plates, my Gemini Junior, just because it's quick. So it's about 8 seconds it takes to go through. So popping out the other end, and that gives us our gorgeous embossing. I do love this roses one. I think this is probably the one that you could use the most of.
Yeah.
I think it's great for Mother's Day's coming up, Easter, so many different occasions, your birthdays, weddings, anniversaries.
When's Mother's Day?
March. Oh, Johnny knew that.
Producer
Yeah,
Johnny was
very
right
quick.
in there.
Yes.
Wow.
Johnny. So Johnny's saying that he's going to have to share and that happens to me on Father's Day. So every so often,
It doesn't fall the same every year, does it?
No, but it's always the Sunday.
Yes.
So when it comes round to that Sunday, so mine is the 21st of June. So whenever my birthday lands on a Sunday,
Yeah.
it's Father's Day as well. But I love sharing it with my dad.
So hang on a minute. So 22nd of March for us, and Johnny's birthday, everyone, in case you want to send him. That's the only reason he said it. He says cards and or money. Basically, if you're sending a card, don't leave it empty on the inside. And I'm not talking about putting some of those pop-up dies in there. He wants money or checks. He takes as well.
Do people write checks anymore, Ben? I haven't had a checkbook for I don't know how long.
Don't you?
No.
I still write checks.
Do you?
Yeah, now and again I do.
No.
Is that old
I don't even think they made them anymore.
My bank still sends me a checkbook through when I've got one checkbook.
No, I don't have a checkbook.
How do you not?
No, I haven't had one for years. Oh, you old fuddy-duddies.
Anyway, producer Johnny's been saying this date in my ear for the last 5 minutes. 9th of May, 9th of May, 9th of May. The 9th of May is the date for Mother's Day in the US. Isn't that funny as well?
I was just to say that's late, but yeah, sorry, US, because March is always the UK one, isn't it?
It's weird though, isn't it, that we have different Mother's Days.
Yeah, I always do know that because my daughter-in-law, she's Mexican. Yeah. So that's the American Mother's Day.
Is Father's Day a thing in the US as well then? I suppose it must be. When's Father's Day here? This is interesting. Father's Day in the UK is normally around, June, is it end of June? June, July time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's June, always June.
20th of June.
Oh, so it just misses my birthday by a day this year.
Well, at least you don't have to share it. Oh, it is the same. It is the same in the US as well. So that's weird, isn't it? We have the same Father's Day, but different Mother's Day. So ours is Mothering Sunday, not Mother's Day. Oh, right, okay.
Well, there you go.
Learning.
It is always a learning, isn't it?
Always.
Learning day.
Learning. We've had nobody saying they're going to send Johnny a card yet.
I honestly didn't know that they still did checkbooks.
Yeah, absolutely they do. I thought I had... I had a checkbook, then I stopped using it, but then I saw that checks were coming out of my account for various things, going back a couple of years. My wife was using my checkbook
to
like paper stuff and forging my signature. It's outrageous.
And you're still married?
I know, can you believe that? Can you actually believe that? That's when I started hiding my checkbook. But yeah, no word of a lie. She started buying little bits and pieces, like, stuff through the mail and whatnot.
So is your wife, what's hers is hers and what is yours is both of yours?
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is.
I'm liking her more and more, Ben.
She's under this impression that I'm like some sort of like secret millionaire or something. I keep trying to tell her. You know?
So look how beautiful and stunning this rose is starting to look. But you wait till we put this beautiful detail one on the top. It just completely brings it to life and makes it look so amazing.
What colours have you used there then?
So I'm using the pink tulip and the grasshopper, and then I'm now going up to the next ones in the collection. Both of these are in that collection that you've got with you, Ben. So I'm now using the fuchsia and the pine tree. So bringing those in, and actually I think I might switch to my daubers.
Well, whilst you're doing that, I've got a question to do with the ink pad. So Kathy Kramer on Facebook is asking about first-time buyers. I would like to get ink pads, but what would you suggest for first-time buyers? So we've got lots of different, obviously we've got the quick dry, we've got the water reactives, we've got the pigment ink pads. So if I'm a first-time buyer, what's the best ones to go for in your opinion?
Well, so for me, my favourite ink pads are the pigment ink pads.
Okay.
There's so many reasons why I love them, but the main thing is that they are a wet ink, which means you can do lots of different techniques with them. But the quick drying ones, if you are a stamper, you cannot beat the quick drying inks because they stamp beautifully and they just create very quickly, and it means that I'm using them on my stencils. I know that after I've used them, they will be completely dry and won't smudge.
Right.
So they're really great. But then our water reactive ones also do a lot. So I'm going through all of them.
You're not answering the question, Debbie.
Okay, I'm going to answer the question. So for a beginner crafter, I would say our watercolour, water resistant ink pads. Yeah, water reactive, sorry. Yeah, water reactive. I think for any beginner crafter that doesn't know which ink pads to have, they're the easiest to use.
Right. There we go. But the reason why Debbie was obviously mentioning all of the different ink pads because
I love all of them.
Well, yeah, and they've all got their own sort of different uses, haven't they? Depending on what that you want to do. Yes,
because I wouldn't be able to choose. I go through all three of my ink pads. I switch from one to another, so I wouldn't be able to choose. And I'm very lucky that I don't really need to. I can just sort of use them. So this is really starting to highlight all that beautiful. All the beautiful inks going through there. Then all I'm going to do, Ben, is taking that same one that I put through the grasshopper. I'm just going to highlight because there's this really gorgeous outside edge. Look at the pattern on this outside.
Oh, yes.
It's really beautiful and it just brings that all in together.
Lots of chat still coming in. Lynn's loving life because 4 CC parcels have just arrived apparently.
I love that.
What are in them, Lynn? What are in them? And Sharon just saying, I promise not to spend any more, but it won't last. Particularly, Sharon, when you're seeing demos like this. And without taking anything away from Debbie, showing you actually the ease of how you can use these, right?
Oh, so much so. Yeah, it doesn't take anything away from me, Ben, because as you've seen in the masterclass, we've done all these different techniques that we can do with them and shown different ways. But I love when you can get down to doing this and looking really pretty, but then designing all your own cards. So we had in the craft vault this morning, we had the nesting dies. So the nesting dies are going to create beautiful shapes. So then it got me thinking, well, actually, why always put this on the front of the card? Why don't we put it inside the card so it gives us that focal point through the actual card? So sometimes it's just having those different ideas that you can think of to do different types of cards. And I'm the same. You get a bit wrapped into making the same cards over and over again.
Yeah.
Because naturally, I do also say that if you find your thing, then you should do your thing. But it's sometimes nice just to go out the box a little bit more and just get your creativity flowing. So again, I'm just grabbing myself a bow. We're going to pop a bow on there and we're just going to stick our sentiment die. So the other thing, I've just switched this out and I forgot to do it, but I've actually used it. I'm going to bring my other one in. Let me just pop that on there. Just bring this in, because what you can actually do is using your sparkle pen, you can actually add some sparkle around the edges, and it's just a really nice way of highlighting those darker parts.
I love the way with that one as well, just how subtly the background comes through. You know, it's almost sort of like kissed the background.
That's it, yeah, exactly. It's just really subtle, and if we can just pick that, you can pick up the sparkle just on the tips of there, and it just looks gorgeous. It just adds that little bit of something different. And then if we pop that to the front, you can see that's our 4th card that we've done now. What,
are you joking me? I am so glad, right? I'm so glad that I don't have to vote for my favourite, because I wouldn't know where to start. You're voting for your favourite card of the show. Don't forget, we've got 2 more to bring to you before we finish. And of course, we'll crown our winner. And also, if you comment or ask a question or just get in touch on Facebook and YouTube, you are in with a shot of winning one of those cards, because one we will give away. We'll probably get Debbie to sign it as well. There probably, though, will not be a cheque in there, though, I wouldn't have thought. Although Sally says, I make my children who live with me pay their rent with a cheque, and then they cannot argue about when they pay. There you go, you see, Sally, lady after my own art. Right, let us have a quick look before we recap on some goodies at some of the pictures, some of the projects that you have been using. This is brilliant. Karen, absolutely love this. So again, using those roses, gorgeous choice of colours. And again, just a simple little sentiment on the top. You've got the celebrate and it's your birthday. That is just stunning. And again, goes to show, like we were talking about the poppies, don't always have to have, you know, the traditional colours. But here we go. Here are the poppies in traditional colours. I say traditional, the ones that I always think of anyway. Karen Holmes there with that gorgeous poppy 3D embossing folder and stencil, and once again celebrate. Love the choice of colours there as well. Love the blue background, and the poppies really coming to the fore. And this is brilliant. Not only cards, but pictures of your gardens as well.
Beautiful they are.
Jean Marie Penny saying, so these are Welsh poppies apparently. Wow, there we go. They're gorgeous.
That's amazing.
So Welsh poppies are yellow, the Himalayan poppies are blue, and poppies in Oz are red. Wizard of Oz is right, isn't it? Yes, good. I'm learning. Lots of lovely comments still coming in. Deborah on Facebook just saying Mother's Day is in May in the US, but we have the same for Father's Day in June with you in the UK. Love the embossing folders and stencils, says Lauren. Make sure you grab them. Double points, don't forget. Can't wait to get my first stencil and emboss today, says Marilyn. Beth to say my triple easel dies came yesterday. They're awesome, aren't they? The launch of those last week. Lovely cards, Debbie, says Monica. And Christine on YouTube says, Debbie Fisher, in block capitals, you are full of creative ideas. Thank you. Smashing it today, isn't she? I mean, always does, but today, these are, I can't wait for the final 2. Are you kidding me? Let's recap on, the daubers. Yes. Now, you've been seeing these in action a lot over the course of the last hour and a half or so. Got them back on what we're calling the Mose deal. Because you don't always see this deal, do you? No, because I'm the one. Listen to me. I'm the one that goes on, knocks on Sarah's door and says, Oi, you, chop the price down, will you? 1950s, well, I want to sell them for, not that price. So that's what happens. You know, they listen to me here. You know, I'm a big cheese around here. Yeah. When I say something, people listen. If you believe that, you believe it. But the point is, $19.50, $26, all you're getting 40 of them. So, like we've already seen with Debbie, great that you've got different dauber for different colours. You know, and if you're, could be fingery dexterous. I don't know what they call that. You can have them on different things.
Fingery dexterous.
No, if you're fingery dexterous. No, if you're ambidextrous, you can use both left and right. Yeah, I give my right arm to be ambidextrous. No, but just all the fingers just came into my mind. Fingery dexterous, because you can use. Never mind. Super handy. You get the little storage case for those as well. $19.50 or $26. So that's the great deal, and double points this time around as well. Let's go over to the creative side of the studio. Stop messing about. You're not here to have fun. Let's. No, we are actually. That's why I'm doing it. So let's have a look. So we've got the Dandelion left in this collection, and we've also got the Lily. So I reckon you are going to demo next. 50-50, Ben, come on. Dandelion.
The Lily.
Ah.
I love the Lily one, so I had to pick this one next. So again, all I've done is done a little background wash with my straw bowl. So I've just washed that over the card itself, and you can see I'm not being fussy with them. I literally have just washed that over with my ink applicator.
Oh yes, of course you have. Ink applicator.
And then I'm going to use my embossing folder, just feeling the right way. So I'm feeling that all my indentation is on the top and then my raised amount at the bottom. So with an embossing folder, just to recap, when a 3D embossing folder, it gives you a real sculptured effect. So it's a lot deeper and you have a lot more detail than a regular 2D embossing folder. And we're just going to sandwich that between our plates and then run that through. So only takes, because I'm using my Gemini Junior plate, it takes about 8 seconds to run through, so not long at all. And Ben was right earlier in what he was saying.
What, fingery dexterous?
No, not that you were
not
finger dexterous.
No.
That was very handy though, to have that.
Thank you.
But the fact that they are simple to do. What we see and the things that I'm creating, any person out there can do. That's the thing, Ben. Anybody, from a beginner that's never touched anything, as long as you've put it through your machine, okay, and you've got that embossed detail and you've got the ink pads, you can do these designs because they're made to make us look like designers, made us to look like artists, which is incredible. So what I am doing, and you'll notice, so I think before we've probably never said that we can use quick drying ink pads. We normally use them to stamp with. So actually being able to use them for your stencils, and we do that because they're very quick drying.
Yeah.
So when we're layering on top of each other, not that it matters too much, but it is nice to be able to have that knowledge in knowing that they're going to dry and we don't have to worry about them smudging. I'm going to actually bring in my daubers again because I just want to try and get those in just those small amounts so we don't go over our leaves. Not that it matters too much because it just gives added detail and the colours will blend together.
Kay is saying, I love those finger daubers. I'm almost ready for a new set.
Oh, you must have been using yours, Kay.
Perfect for using with those stencils. Yeah, if there's ever a day to get the Moe's deal that you're seeing on screen there, today is the day because perfect partners to go with your stencils. And Betsy just asking as well, I think I know the answer to this, but Betsy asking, what's the name of the sentiment stamps that you've been using on your demos? That's the swash stamps.
The swash stamps, yeah, they're amazing.
Why are you loving those so much at the minute?
I think their simplicity, they just look amazing, don't they? I think they look designer looking. That's what I think. They're the sort of things that you would go in like Marks and Spencer's or somewhere a bit more posher to actually buy a card from, and they look amazing. Yeah, I love them. I seem to be using them on everything at the moment.
They're I can't think of my words today. You can use them on lots of different kind of styles of projects as well.
Yes.
There's a word for that. Thank you, Charlotte.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, hello. I'll go for the first one you said because I understand that. Multi-purpose. Yeah, those swash stamps. They'll be on the web as well with double points. Don't forget because double points and everything. Double points up until Sunday midnight, which is awesome. Definitely a good time to get shopping.
So just finishing up our leaves here, Ben. So I've switched now to my Spring Meadow. Is Spring Meadow in your little group up there?
I have Spring Meadow. Yes, it is in the water reactives. Yes, it is.
I think what it looks like to me that they've put this, or you've put this bundle together, Ben. It looks like you've put them in their ink families.
That's exactly what I've done.
I knew you thought that through very well. So that's our first layer of stencil. I mean, look how gorgeous that is starting to look. But this time I'm going to switch it up a bit. So when I put this stencil down, instead of using a darker pink, I'm actually going to use a purple.
Okay.
I'm just checking we're going through onto there. So I'm going to bring in my purple dauber. And we're just going to go over there. Because what this does, it then highlights the actual ends of our flower. It just gives a really beautiful effect. And you can see just a little dabbing into my ink pad. I'm getting so much ink from there.
I tell you what, you are drawing quite a crowd on Facebook and YouTube as well. Mary Pat 1000 on YouTube is saying, "Oh Debbie, I love the rose card. Ben, I vote using eeny meeny miny mo because it's too difficult to choose." I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it during this show, honestly, because they've all been exceptional. And Andy's saying the swatch sentiment's great for things like because they don't cover up all your hard work. Well, yeah, that is actually, isn't it, with the swatch stamps?
Yes, that's very true.
Good point.
Don't think I'm going to get, let me switch out to, I'm going to go for my pine tree because I've done my stem here pink.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's not supposed to be a pink stem.
Is it not?
No.
Oh.
It's all right though.
I don't question anything anymore after finding out about
I have finished one, so it's
poppies.
okay.
Yeah.
So just taking that darker one into there. Yeah, I've used totally different colours. Still the same colour family, but I've gone to the darkest green instead of the middle colour, which is grasshopper.
That's the other good thing, isn't it, about the sets that we've got? Again, because a lot of people might go, well, okay, I've watched the show now and you know, I'm not scared to try the embossing folders and I'm not scared to try the stencils, but then, I'm not sure which colours go with which.
Mm-hmm.
But we've, like Debbie was saying, I'm not going to take the credit for this, but the point is we've put those sort of colour families together, whether you're going for the water reactives or you're going for the quick dries, you've kind of got colours that, well, you definitely have, not kind of at all, there's no kind of about it. You've got colours that will, well, as we're seeing here, that will work perfectly. So you don't even have to think about that, do you? There's no worry about it.
Nope, don't have to think about the colour combination because each one has been, that's what I love about Crafter's Companion, I have to be honest, is the fact that they've made everything simplistic for us. Everything's been broken down, whether it be the tri-blend pens, whether it be the ink pads. So everything that they've done is to make crafting easier for you and more fun, because when things are easier to do, it makes us more creative, it makes it more fun to do. So I just absolutely love it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to bring in my panelled one. So like with the first one, I decided to cut it down and do something a little bit different. We did it with a stencil the other week where I made a gatefold card. So I've just created this gatefold card. I put on some papers. This was just one out of my Nature's Garden collection. I think it was the spring one. And then I've just trimmed my panels down. So I've not used all of that image. So you've got all of that image you can use, but I do love the fact that we can trim it down and create something totally different.
That's
so
brilliant.
I'm just going to get my tape pen and stick this to the front to finish our card.
Sharon Sweeney on Facebook has just messaged to say, I think this weekend I will go back and watch this demo and do each of the demos. Can't wait.
Brilliant idea.
So yeah, this is the brilliant thing, like Debbie was saying, do you know what? You can go back, watch all of the shows, because I think a lot of people, you know, obviously watch these shows to take inspiration. It's probably, unless you're sort of set and you know exactly what we're going to do, which you more often than not you don't. It's hard to craft along sort of live potentially, but then you can go back and watch and do it at your own pace. You can obviously pause, fast forward, go to the particular demo that you want as well. So it is really, really handy on Facebook and on YouTube. So yeah, absolutely. I think these videos, these shows, as far as I know, they just stay on forever, don't they?
They do stay on forever, yes.
Yeah.
And also, Ben, what we do have the ability to do, so anyone that's liked any individual demo, let us know, because we can always get that snipped and get that put onto YouTube just in a smaller version of that if you want to do that, and onto my own Facebook page, Ben's Facebook page. So if there's any that you particularly like, we can get them snipped down a little bit shorter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there you go, Ben, another one that we can do, and in a completely different idea.
I tell you what, before we do a little recap with me, let's just stick with Debbie and just if we can ask Debbie to go from the first one you made through to the one you just made there. So this is the point where you can kind of see which cards you like the best, and then you can get voting for your favourite. So the first one was it was the Hummingbird, wasn't it?
So yeah, Hummingbird, and then it was the Butterfly.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was the Poppies.
Gorgeous.
I do love that poppy one.
Yeah, it is nice.
Then it was the Roses. Oh, just dropped it. The Roses.
Ooh, yeah.
And then the Lily.
Wow. Roses are red, poppies are blue. Which is the best? It's over to you. Vote for your favourite. Honestly, I've got no idea. I love them all.
They all look beautiful, don't they, in that picture? Yeah, absolutely.
I just think they're immense. This obviously shows off the immense talent of Debbie, absolutely, but it also shows off that, as we said, you can do this. These are kind of like sort of windows of opportunity for you, if you like, because you get these back, and if you've never crafted before, you jump from kind of novice crafter, never crafted before, to kind of like a certain level of crafter which you wouldn't have expected to be at, having just used these first up. Basically, as we've shown you, you can create this straight away. If you've never crafted before, you've got this set, you've got a set of inks, you can do this. And how amazing is that? The level of professionalism that you get straight out of the pack is phenomenal. Then what that brings to you is the confidence to then go on and do more, so that you can then start creating different colours and different backgrounds, and you can start using different mediums. So these really, for me, are giving you that level of professionalism, but giving you that confidence boost to then go on and use them again and start coming up with more ideas. And I think that's how you kind of get on in craft, really, isn't it? Having the confidence to do it, and these certainly give you that confidence. Let's quickly go through them all then. Get voting for your faves. Good luck on that, by the way. No idea which you're going to choose. They're all phenomenal. So you're getting all of these sort of mini collections within the big one. So you've got your 3D embossing folder. That rose that we saw just a few moments ago. Love it. Love the detailing that you've got in the background there. The two different stencils that you've got to really achieve that phenomenal finish on your lovely roses. Next in the collection is the gorgeous, beautiful lilies. Just saw that again, and once again, can be whatever colour you want. You can make it whatever flower you want it to be, and the fact that you've got those stencils included as well just makes this so super versatile. The Hummingbird, still my absolute fave. Get, again, as I said, if you can, the ink pads to go with this collection, because you've got the colours here that allows you to recreate the cards that you've seen with Debbie. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Imagine that's your first piece of artwork, your first project, your first card. Just brilliant. Next up is the butterfly, the floral butterfly. Again, so much detailing here. There's your 3D embossing folder, your two stencils. Create this. Amazing. The dandelions, saving these, of course, till last. The delicate dandelions, yet to see these. But again, you know what? A bit more, not sparse is the wrong word, but a bit more minimalistic here, I suppose, really. But again, doesn't it stand out? And wait till you see, I mean, you can get a kind of an idea of the texture and depth that you get with the 3D folders, but wait till you get this back and kind of see the depth and dimension that you get close up with these. And then the added detail of the stencils is phenomenal. And then we've got those gorgeous precious poppies too. It's a wonderful collection. You're saving almost £15, almost $20. You're then saving more if you're in our Club Inspire Platinum members, another 20% off that, $35.99 or $46.62. And then you've also got double points, not just on this show, don't forget, right across all of the shows right throughout this weekend. Just to recap on these ink pads for you as well, because these are kind of a bit of a perfect partner really to go with your embossing folders and stencils, as you've seen. And the colours that you've got, as we said, kind of hand-picked to go with the beautiful images that you've got within your 3D embossing folders and stencils. So in your quick dry inks, you have got the lemon tonic, you've got that crushed velvet and grasshopper, honey pot, you've got fuchsia, and that pink tulip too. You've seen all of those, I think, without exception, used in the demos that Debbie's shown you over the course of the last couple of hours. $23.95 or $33.36 is the deal on that. Less than 20% for platinum, and of course with double points. Whoop! And then also your water reactive. So we were chatting about these a little bit earlier on when I think it was Kathy was asking about which, if I'm a beginner, which ones are potentially the ones to go for. Water reactive ink pads, really cool, because there's just so many different things that you can do with these. The colours that you get in this collection, your straw bale, plum jam, crushed velvet, your spring meadow, spar blue, and your jet black. You're saving 20% on that deal, plus another 20 if you're platinum, and you're getting double points right across the board on those two. Lots of love coming in for all of the demos. Trevor Sava on Facebook just saying, can you tell us how to find the older videos? I think, well, if you go back on Facebook, they're all there, but YouTube, I think can you specifically search, if you like our page, you can subscribe to our page, can't you, on YouTube, and then you can search within the page. So if you type in keywords.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be subscribed. Once you're on that subscribe page, you will then see all of our video tutorials. They're all on there, every single one. But if you go on Facebook, go to the Crafters Companion TV page or the Crafters TV page. You can actually search in the search bar. So if you want a masterclass, you just write in masterclass and it'll bring up all the masterclasses.
Yeah, it's really, really handy. And of course, then on YouTube as well, you can, if you find a particular YouTube video, you can save it to a playlist, so you can keep coming back to it time and time again. And honestly, I've pretty much saved the video for everything on there currently, multiple videos. So yeah, do have a look. It is brilliant, and the fact that they don't disappear as well is amazing. Linda just saying, I have lots of what's on the show, but I do love watching our Debbie do her magic for inspiration. Bought more daubers. As always, good to get when we can. Now, do you mean daubers or do you mean ink applicators? And Marilyn on YouTube just saying, this is in relation to choosing which the card is. Marilyn says, this is brutal today. Brutal. That is not a word I've used before on Crafters TV or ever expected to use. This is brutal. I truly love them all. Right, well listen, if you thought that was hard to choose from 5, it's going to be 6 to choose from because we've got another demo, and this one definitely is the Dandelion.
It's the last one we got left, yeah. Although I have to dispute the name. Yes, don't tell Leanne, she won't be watching.
Oh.
But it's, I would say they're Dandelion clocks.
Well, again, I would tend to, because they're the ones, aren't they?
Yes.
Dandelion clocks, yeah.
That's what they call them, dandelion clocks. That's not a dandelion.
No.
Not a dandelion.
But I don't like to question.
Dandelion clocks.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to question. We know they're from the dandelion family, don't we?
That's exactly right.
We used to always make a wish. Did anyone used to make a wish when you used to blow them and make a wish? And I truly used to believe that that would come true, because I used to think they were all little fairies that would just fly away with your wishes.
There used to be mean people who, you used to have one like that, and they'd go, take a deep breath, and you go like that, and then they'd go and blow it into your mouth. That's really mean, wasn't it? Happened to me a few times.
Oh, have you actually done that before? That's awful.
I've not done it. No, I haven't done it. I'm just saying there are people out there that, you know.
I'm glad you haven't done that to someone.
I wouldn't. Does this look like the kind of face that would do that to somebody?
No. If I ever see you with that sort of Ben, I would be running. Right, so what we're going to do, what I've done is cut out this time. So instead of embossing my whole area and cutting it down, I've actually pre-cut out one of our nesting dies. So it's another great way and a good use of using your nesting dies. So I'm just using this stitched edged one, and then all I'm going to do is place it here on my surface, put down there, and then we will grab our platform and pop that into here, and then we will run it through. So running that through, and that's going to give us that beautiful embossing. It's a very subtle one, this one. I quite like this one. It's one that you can put on so many different cards for different occasions. It's a nice quick one to do. So you've got that beautiful embossing, and then we've got these gorgeous stencils. So the first stencil, they're a bit harder to see on this one, but you can see by looking at them, the bigger ones have the biggest space. So I'm going to use that one first, and then this one will layer on the top. So I'm just going to take this and place it just over the top of my pad there, just moving that up into those grooves so I can see all that works beautifully. And then I'm going to bring in my purple one to start with. I haven't actually, oh yeah, there it is. Where did I put there's a purple round one. And let's just grab my round tool, my ink applicator.
I'm never going to quite get over that. It's really tickled me. I don't know why. Margaret is just saying, I think all your cards should go on the top shelf.
What a lovely thing to say.
But if that can't happen, then I vote for the rose. The good thing is, and I don't mean this in a nasty way, that we're obviously doing lots of shows together over the course of the next few days.
Yep.
So because you're obviously in doing the shows, there's going to be more of your cards up there. So you've got a better chance, haven't you? Because I mean, you've
Yeah,
got
so
two.
that happened last week, so I'm still not a winner. Still not a winner.
Debbie, you're always a winner in my eyes.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
And I agree with Margaret Crook. I agree. Put them all up there. If I could I don't make the rules when it comes to this, but if I could, I'd whack them all up there. I'd take all the other cards down and I'd put Debbie's up there. That's what I do.
Don't let anyone hear you say that. They'll be after you.
Oh dear.
We've all got to have a card at one point, haven't we? So what is it? Is it like a monthly thing, or is it just ongoing at the end of the year? I don't really know.
What it is, I think whoever has the most wins by the end of the year, I think they're saying it's a holiday to Barbados. I think something like that they're giving away. So basically, the more wins you get, the closer you are to that particular holiday. That might also be a lie. I don't.
Do you think?
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I tell you what, if that was the thing, I'd be shoving you out the way. I'd be over there. I'd be like, get me in. I'll have a go. I wouldn't shove you out the way, obviously. No, I think it's just for a bit. I don't know. I think it's just for a bit of fun. I really like it because we kind of get to recap on all of the shows then on Sunday, so we get to look back. And it also, I don't mean, you guys have got quite competitive, which I quite like watching.
And I'm probably the least one, Ben, so everyone else is competitive and I'm not.
No.
Yeah, so I need to find some. Leanne would tell me to man up.
Man up. No, but it's quite nice that you're doing it for the love of it, and then if you do eventually win, you don't have to, brag about it and tell everyone about it and keep going on and on and on about it, I mean, that hasn't happened.
No,
Have
it
we had
hasn't happened.
winners like that yet? No.
There it is.
But it's been interesting to see who has got competitive. Like our Sarah, I mean, she'll happily admit she's uber competitive. And Craig, I saw a new side to Craig a few weeks ago. He's come out of his shell a bit with his competitiveness.
Oh, he's absolutely competitive. You should have seen him and Leanne at Crafty.
Oh.
They were the final two. They did we used to do. Oh, you wasn't here then, Ben. We used to do a craft wars.
Yeah.
And everyone used to go up against each other. And Leanne and Craig were quite aggressive to each other.
Really?
They come out fighting literally with their wrestling outfits on, and yeah.
They were in wrestling outfits?
Yeah.
No,
and Leanne did. She come on with a hood up.
Now I can imagine. Actually, no, I don't know if I can imagine Craig in. What do you mean? Say wrestling outfits? What they were wearing, like spandex?
It's just like a cape when they come out. And they're almost, because they have like dressing gowns on, don't they? Or have I said the wrong thing?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Oh, so they came like with the hood down.
Yeah, that's it.
Music
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It was very good.
I have seen snippets of one of those shows, and it did look like a lot of fun.
And Leanne gave the most amazing speech.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to end.
What, a winner's speech?
She was thanking everyone, her mum, and she was crying.
Wow.
Yeah, she was very emotional, very emotional. I've never seen a winning speech like it. Yeah.
Has there only been one Craft Wars then?
We used to have
it was once a week, was it?
week.
Oh, but this was a live one with a live audience. So Leanne is the reigning champion of this and also reigning Craft Wars champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So what I've done on this one, so I'm going to bring this one in. I've used some of my inks and put it in my little spritzer bottle, but I haven't got a spritzer bottle to hand.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to show you the one that I've done and just spritz the background with that sparkle. And you can see it just gives it that really beautiful effect in the background. But just by doing a little piece of this, it just looks amazing. And then I've done a frame. So we're going to put our frame around the side. Let me just bring in my glue pen and then pop that over the top, and then I've literally just got myself a little card blank pen, and we're going to nest that on top of our grey card. This is from one of our pads. I can't remember the name of it. We've got the 12 by 12 pads with the matching.
Is it navy blush?
It's not it could be the navy blush one. You could be right. This might be out of the navy blush, but there's lots of others there, which is really, really nice. So laying that on top there, I've just got some little gems. So I'm just I don't normally put lots of gems on, but I do quite like it when we've got some space at the sides. just onto those. And then I've got this was again from one of Sarah's collections, and it just says smile.
Oh, you had some nice sentiments there, haven't we? Hello.
Yeah, really lovely.
Smile.
And we are just going to quirkily put that across the front. And there we go.
Brilliant.
Our last final one.
That is amazing, isn't it? All six of our collections demoed in just under 2 hours, which is brilliant. Add that into your thoughts, into your reckoning for your favourite card. Thank you for all these lovely comments, by the way. We got a newbie. Ooga. Newbie alert. Ab Cameo on YouTube says, I am new to your channel. Well, welcome. This is what it's all about. Thank you for messaging. I'm new to your channel and fairly new to card making. I'm going to go back and watch the many techniques that you demo. Well, that is brilliant. And once you've done some card making, Ab Cameo, send in your pictures, because that's the next step, you see. Once you've been a newbie, you've now got in touch and put your hand up and given us a wave. Next step is now to show us your makes, because that's what we want to see. So lovely. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us. That is brilliant. Kathy Clayton on Facebook just saying, I just love watching, listening and learning from Debbie. Evelyn on Facebook, on YouTube rather, I do like dandelions in the spring because they provide food for the bees, but I'd rather watch them grow in the neighbours' yards. And Fred171 on YouTube says, Debbie, read the competition. It's not about winning, Debbie. Doing what you enjoy is its own reward.
Oh, I love that. And I totally agree.
I agree. Unless, of course, the competition is for a holiday to Barbados, then you'd probably want to win that as well, wouldn't you? Then you would want to win, wouldn't you? Anyway, I would. Let's have a look at what you get in this collection, because we are almost out of time. I don't know where the time has gone. Get your votes in, by the way. It is a close run thing currently for what the card of the show is going to be. So this collection, let's all agree that it is absolutely brilliant, and let's all agree that it is super simple to create some stunningly beautiful card fronts, home decor pieces, whatever it might be. So within each of these you get your 3D embossing folder, which is just stunning, and 2 stencils to go with it as well. Use them individually should you want to, but when you combine the 2 together, this is the kind of result that you can get. If you need ink pads as well, by the way, don't forget we've got a selection, some bundles on the show for you, and individuals available for you as well. The beautiful lilies, again, we saw this a little bit earlier on. Think of all of the different colours that you've got. If you've already got ink pads currently at home, think of all the different colour combinations that you can use to create some really unique projects. It is gorgeous. The 3D embossing folders, again, are just brilliant with the depth and dimension that those give you. This is an absolute winner in my eyes. I have loved this each and every time we've seen it. When we saw it with Sarah on launch, and again with Debbie today, the projects that they made, unbelievable. Beautiful embossing folder, 3D. There's your 2 stencils. This is what you can create. Then we've got that gorgeous butterfly. Again, what a lovely demo we saw a little bit earlier on there with Debbie, your floral butterfly. Such a simple process to go through to be able to create that gorgeous image. Then, as we've just seen a few moments ago, you've got that delicate dandelion or dandelion clock. And again, a little bit more minimalistic this, but I love the choice of colours here. You use the colours that you want to use to create the design that you want to create. And then those precious poppies as well. Again, we had them in blue earlier on, the Himalayan poppies. We've seen the Welsh poppies here are, in fact, more traditional poppies, as I said, but it's entirely up to you. You create the look that you want to create. You've got the gorgeous 3D embossing folder with each, and those 2 stencils with each of the mini collections. All in all, you can go for these individually. You can go for a multi-buy, 2 for 16 or 2 for 22. This is the way to go, though. Loads of you have been saying, do you know what? Originally, I went for a couple or went for one. Now I want to get them all. There they are individually, $9.99 or $12.95. If you can stretch to it, get them all, because you will come back. I know you will. If you go for a couple, you'll come back and get the others, and you'll end up spending more money than you should have done in the first place. $44.99, $58.27, and double points as well on everything right across the website. Today is a good day to shop. Up until Sunday is a brilliant time to shop, because you will get those double points, helping you potentially to save more money further down the line. let's have a look at some final samples to kind of get the old creative juices flowing. What can you show us, Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely. So our design team have worked really hard on here, and what we love about the design team is they come up with all more inspirational ideas for all these cards that you can do with them. So on top of what I've done today, you're going to be able to emboss onto your Centura pearl. I mean, how stunningly beautiful is that? And you get really soft focus through your inks on there, which is amazing. And then using those beautiful spring-like colours. I mean, look at that background. This background embossing is incredible. I mean, it really does look like that rose is going up the trellis there, which looks amazing. And then maybe add in that touch of glamour. If I just sort of wiggle that a bit, you'll see there's that touch of golden gilding wax just over the petals of that rose, and it looks so pretty. So we were doing poppies earlier, so the traditional sort of poppies that we've got here. I'll show you a few of those. And then we did, oh, it's not that one, I thought it was that one, it's this one here. And then we've done the Himalayan poppies, and we've also been sent in pictures. What were they for, the yellow ones?
The yellow ones are Welsh poppies.
The Welsh poppies.
Someone else said, was it California they had them as well, I think? But Welsh, we'll go with Welsh.
So many things you can do with them. I love the idea of this, that you've got, this is actually an easel card, and then the butterfly's been cut out and used as the stopper, but if you notice, the stencil's been used actually in the background. I mean, how pretty is that card? It looks incredible. Love that one. And then another different way of doing that on the inside of the card, like we did earlier with the one on the inside with the aperture. You could do a fold back card and you've got that beautiful design on there. I really love this card, and it's not like it's stunning or anything like that. It's just very softly focused. It's got a very oldie worldy sort of antique feel. Yeah, it is like an old photo. It's so beautiful. Absolutely love that one. And maybe using your Midas inks on your black cardstock and getting that gorgeous, really opaque layering on that beautiful hummingbird. And then this one, absolutely love, using those dandelion clocks along your card, using them with your dies that you've got at home. They really are just a must for every crafter, not just the embossing folders, but to have the stencils as well, Ben, in your collection that you can just use on their own as well as with the ink pads. A must have.
This has been, I'm not just saying this, this has been one of my favourite shows for a while. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's the combination of obviously the amazing product, great demos. I mean, brilliant. Well, I mean, just brilliant, Debbie, over there. I mean, seriously, some really amazing demonstrations, some brilliant finished samples, and also great deals as well. I mean, this one, I mean, who came up with this deal? I tell you what, they need a pay rise or something. $19.50 for this deal. These are the ink daubers. These are the ones that you're all going on about. Super handy. 40 of these daubers. $19.50 is the deal. They were $24.99, not on my watch. $19.50 or $26 is the deal. Saving 20%, less another 20% if you're platinum, and double points down there as well for you. They obviously come in this nice little storage case for you. Super handy. Grab those if you can. Right. We got some business to take care of it. Oh, quick question, really quick question. With the embossing folder, Ramona's just asking, what's the plate configuration again?
So it's the clear plastic shim, the magnetic mat, and the top cutting plate.
Fantastic, thank you. I wanted to get that one in before we finished. So let's quickly do the card of the show, and then we'll pick our winner. So I can do first, second, and third here. How exciting is this?
Oh!
So in third place, as voted for by you, the rose.
The rose, this one, the rose in third place.
Yep. In second place, and I think the one which we'll give away to our winner is Hummingbird. The
Hummingbird, second. I thought that might have been a first.
I did. And the winner is... We'll tell you after this short commercial. No, we won't do that. The winner is the butterfly.
Yeah, I have to say, it's probably my favourite. I do love that one, and the glittered wings on there looks incredible. So, yeah, it is a beautiful card, isn't it?
A great choice. I'm glad you're happy with it as well, because that one's obviously going to go up on our Crafty Walk of Fame, could be voted the demo of the week, could mean that Debbie is crowned our crafter of the week. And of course, we've got to find out who our card winner is. So we'll send the Hummingbird card to the winner who's commented on Facebook, roses, roses, roses forever, but love them all. I'm going to go and try to be finger dexterous. Debbie Tucson, Debbie, congratulations. There you go, that's your card. We'll get Debbie to sign that for you as well. Just email us, prizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we will get your details and send that out to you. You're back with me tomorrow, yeah?
Tomorrow for Craft Vault, yes.
Oh, lovely stuff. Well, we will see you then. Debbie's off to go and put her feet up.
I wish.
I'm back with Debbie tomorrow at 11. Coming up in just an hour's time, boy, oh boy, oh boy, we have got Sarah Cartload Extravaganza meets Craft Vault. It is going to be unbelievable. If you want deals, if you want amazing smash down prices, you'll be with us in 1 hour from now. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea. It is going to be, in Sarah's words, off the charts. Thank you to Debbie. Thank you to you. We'll catch you back here in an hour. Bye for now.